Hey, good morning, Ryan here, DIY Life, 4 a.m. I was inspired to start a new series called DIY Life 4 a.m. And every Friday morning at 4 a.m., I'm going to tune in to see how it's going to be, hopefully, be an encouragement for you. If you're watching this, I run a channel called DIY in 4D. It's been a while now, for my life. Most of it's been a DIY life. I'm thankful that my parents, and I'll put an insert of my parents there in that photo. That's a classic shot. That's really like 1978 San Diego Marathon. And they're just an exceptional, just an amazing upbringing I had. But we were a DIY family. And in that, it really formed a disciplined military-like life, but also an engineering mind. And because it was always like, why, how? And now in life, being an entrepreneur for close to 25 years, I know it's tough, especially that first Friday of the week of the year, the first week of the year, first Friday of the year. And so 4 a.m. is a little secret to most entrepreneurs. The secret is most of your life to get to that spot, you were already waking up early. To be an entrepreneur, it takes a lot of discipline, a lot of drive, and a lot of rejection, a lot of failures before you really become successful in life. And so that 4 a.m. call now is at least these episodes is to say, hey man, how you doing? What's going on with it? And I have family members, I have friends that I know it's really tough right now. And so hopefully to tuning in that you're encouraged by what's taking place here. So today is really about, hey man, how's it going? How's those rezos and those goals going? How's that checklist? I call it a punch list. So if you've been a carpenter, engineer, or even entrepreneur, or whatever trades you're in life, the clipboard's like your best friend. Because if you don't have those things, this is my little Milos toy. That's what it's going to be. It'll get up to be this little guy here, a little monster, and in life that thing's dirty, it's grimy, and stinky. And that's what it'll be if you're, don't keep track of these types of things. That's what it takes. And if you've been there for a while, rezos are great. It's Friday, the first Friday of the year of 2023, and more than likely, we're already sidetracked in an ADD, ADHD, low attention span world that we're in. We probably already forgot some of these things and failed this week. And so hope that this weekly check-in, new type of format for me too, is going to be an encouragement to keep back on track. Reset, reboot, whatever it takes, hit the it's easy button for you. Get back to what it takes or what you're looking for. For me, 2022, I had 3 goals. They're all achieved, and I was really happy. My wife and I, we like to say, hey, what was your highlight of last year? And, for both of us, it was like we were doing something together. Goals-wise, vision-wise, for almost our entire marriage was fulfilled last year. Twice we had these 2 different conferences. Man, it was just amazing to be in that together and to accomplish that. And my second one was Mount Whitney. I was able to go back up there for the 5th time at 50 years old and to accomplish something that is not easy to do. It's tough. But that wasn't accomplished just by hopping in my car and going up there. There was a lot of groundwork on both of those things to get there. So I'm trying to encourage you right now by saying, okay, where's this list? Okay, so in that list, rezos will become goals if you got this list. This is my punch list for today. There's already 6 things on it, and by the time I get going here around 7 a.m., it's probably like 10, 15 deep on that punch list. And yeah, I do this every day. I have to, because if I don't keep track of myself, it's easy for me to get distracted too and just sit there and veg out and do nothing. Trust me, one of my nicknames is Panda, Kung Fu Panda. And it's because I do. I love to eat. I have a chef background, love food. Yeah, it's easy for me to just veg out and eat. It is. No problems. It can get discouraging in a discouraging world. That's why I got this punch list every day. And so, as an entrepreneur, what I'm saying to you now, start back. Get back to what you were trying to do before even New Year's and then now your rezos. So that those top three goals, even if it's just one, your one goal can be achieved in that. But it takes a good daily punch list or journaling. These types of things will lead to that success. And there is a 4 a.m. secret. And in that secret, you're getting up, you're forcing yourself, you're disciplining yourself. You know, it was King David, and I'm going to use this example. King David of Israel said, I had to force myself to worship. Wait a second. What? You know, at that point, you're talking about one of the most confident, strong men on the planet. And his heritage and pedigree was just immense. But this person had to force himself to do something? So I'm a spirit, soul, and body type guy. One of my favorite things ever was my first trip to Mount Kilimanjaro. And I heard something in my spirit where I was ready to quit about 18,000 feet. And I heard God literally say, your spirit comes to commune with me, but you just got to drag that body up here. And oh man, did I come alive? And so in that, you can be discouraged this year. Sure you can. But you can drag that body to wherever you got to go. And that's really the word that I'm trying to say, or the encouragement that I'm trying to say to you is, you have to have a good punch list, man. And in that, you're going to chip away at it, keep going. And hopefully, here I'm just going to give a little bit more light to the situation. There you go in that shadow. Hopefully, you'll be able to, at the end of next week, feel more confident. Because it's usually like right around here or early February. And that's why I'm going to keep doing these. Every week on Friday at 4 a.m. is a new episode. You're going to get 52 of these this year. And I hope that each time it's a new revelation into, you know, life, of course, but, you know, entrepreneurism and hitting these types of things, whether it's an entrepreneur that you're trying to do or whatever, because these types of talks, and there's a lot of great people out there that are doing the same thing, they're necessary. We're in a time right now where it is so tough, you know, to get that ball rolling. So I hope that these are an encouragement to you, but also in my DIY channel, I have DIY in 4D, and thanks for clicking on this video, and thanks for taking a look at it. It's really about always, how can I start asking the questions of how, why, okay? And that's what it is really started with me at a young age, is not just doing something and then, you know, moving on to the next thing. It was always that engineer type mind, like, okay, how does it work? Why? How are we doing this? What's the purpose? And in that mindset, it changes. See, you start to analyze and figure stuff out. That's the passion that'll keep you going. Instead of just, okay, I got to do this because my mom said it, or my dad said it, or my boss said it. See, then you start thinking for yourself. And then you get that confidence. Okay, and that's where it comes from. Like, give an example is, okay, so if the goal was going to the gym this year, okay, so you go to the gym and you start going to the gym, and then it gets boring. It does. What about trying to figure out why you're doing a bench press? Those areas, how it affects it. Is that the proper technique? And then now you're trying to figure out just one part of your boring routine now. And then you come back, and the next time you're in there, you've taken the time to research that. You've taken the time to try to figure something out. Then it's not so much just like a robot. And then bam, you're like, okay, and then you're practicing that. And then you look forward to the next time because all of a sudden you're figuring something out. That's the passion that we got to get into that. And we're just giving an example of one little thing inside one little daily routine. And that's the stuff I'm telling you is the passion that you get behind. So I hope that helps you. Get to that list. Get to that punch list. Thanks for tuning in. And as I always say on my DIY channel, always, you know, be safe. God bless you. And peace.